It's been 2 days since a train derailment just outside of Alma in Buffalo County dumped more than 18,000 gallons of ethanol into the Mississippi River.
And with a spill that size, many are asking what the impact will be on the environment. News 8's Eric Jacobson has been talking to some experts today and joins us now with a closer look.
Mike and Martha, various agencies, including the EPA and the Fish and Wildlife Refuge, are working together in the entire cleanup process. Together, it's called Unified Command, and the goal of the group is to make sure they keep the river and the wildlife that call it home safe.
It's a scene much different than a few days ago, and Sabrina Chandler from the National Wildlife and Fish Refuge knows it's an accident that could be much worse.
Where this did occur is in a backwater area, so the flow is not as much as it would be in the main channel.
But despite avoiding the worst-case scenario, the derailment's environmental impacts will still be felt.
The derailment and the spill occurred in a waterfowl sanctuary area where it's closed to hunting. That area is an important overwintering site for migratory waterfowl, but also numerous fish species that would use the area this time of year.
While ethanol may be safer for the environment than oil, it has its own set of unique characteristics that make cleanup difficult.
It's not a product that you can collect like you would crude oil, so it makes a significant difference when we're approaching the recovery efforts and the monitoring efforts.
In this case, ethanol, one of the main concerns we have is that it mixes with the water and could lower the dissolved oxygen in the water, which starves fish that breathe through the water.
Monitoring in the days since the derailment have seen no lower levels of oxygen in the river, but crews with the EPA are ready if needed.
If we start to get low levels, we have what we call air sparges, so we're introducing oxygen into the water to try and increase that dissolved oxygen.
But despite Unified Command's preparedness to the spill, there are still plenty of unknowns about the impact the spill will have on the region.
The exact impacts will remain to be seen, but we are collecting the information to determine that.
The rail company involved in the derailment also released a statement this morning reading in part, BNSF is continuing to monitor for any environmental impacts and none have been observed at this point. We are working through the incident command with all of the state and federal agencies involved on our response and will continue to do so on any remediation that may be required.
All right, thanks a lot, Eric. And officials with the National Wildlife and Fish Refuge believe it could take potentially 3 years to complete the monitoring for signs of any impact on the environment. And officials also say it's still too early to tell what sort of fines, if any, will be imposed on BNSF for the incident.